finally at the part where we can start putting this gun back together after all the wood finishing and gluing and everything. And I also found, through a little searching, there's this place around the country block from here that sold camping and hiking, canoeing supplies, stuff like that. Well, now they have shooting supplies, and they have a 25-yard range for pistols, small caliber rifles, air guns. So once I get the scope and everything on here, we can, and back together and all that, we can test it and sight it in at 25 yards with some shoot and see targets I bought. Like you see them using on YouTube. Wherever you put a bullet, you see this fluorescent green color. So you look at, even not even looking through the scope, you can see from the distance where you're hitting, which I thought was cool, especially at my age with trifocals. So, without further ado, let me this one out and see it. Oh, and by the way, got me some of this Remington Ren oil. It's for cleaning, lubricating, and corrosion protecting and fine firearms. Good for weather conditions. And it's got a Teflon lubricant in there, which I thought would be good for an air rifle. Since some of the other air rifle guys on YouTube were using this stuff, I decided to give it a try since I couldn't find another one locally. I don't remember the name of it, but this was one of the two that I've seen them use. So last night, after I got all the parts blued and dark enough and dried out and everything, I used some of those cotton cosmetic pads soaked with this stuff and wiped down all these freshly blued parts per instructions that came with the bluing kit to you oil them down and let them cure overnight, which they have done. So now with this butt plate, I couldn't find a new one. The one I ordered offline, eBay, looked like this one, but it was a little narrow and a little short. The screw holes didn't line up, so I thought, well, I took this one, did some light sanding and a little scraping here and there, get some paint marks off it and junk like that, sanded it a little, and then coated it with True Oil. Being a French polish, the stuff dries, so you can kind of see it's got a nice shine on it, but you can still see the little nicks and all the old wear marks and everything, which the more hoity-toity gunsmiths say is amateur time. I say leave some of the character marks on there so that you got some of that aged sort of look left to it. Even though you've refinished it, it still looks like it's got some age and character built up from years of use. And we got these two screws here. Have to, I can't help it. Trying to line that up. I'm used to working with alloy engine parts at Ford for years, so you always had to hand start screws before you used those various power tools we had in the shop to run them down and run the bolts down to torque and all of that to attach whatever part we happen to be installing. I re-blued the heads of these screws too. You have to refinish all the nitpicky little parts. Start hoping it will be self. Self-locating so that the so the button plate will line itself up just by tightening the screws down. Not bad, not good, but not bad. At least you got something there to protect the wood on the end of the buttstock there. Hopefully that looks right there. It's all shiny and smooth. Got that big lighter colored patch there. Just got a lot of character to it. Okay, next I gotta see which way this lines up. Okay, that goes like that. And the back has got the spring in it. There it is. Trigger tensioner spring. And we've got these two little screws over here. Once I get this reassembled, we'll have to go back and lightly oil the metal again. I was always picky that way. It's about oiling the metal after touching it, because your fingerprints would make it rust. The oils on your hands, you know. Trying to be careful as I can so I don't do that. Just trying not to do that, and I do it anyway. Okay. See how the trigger bar rocks in there after you get the spring in there? Definitely looking better than it did. Okay, so we can set this back over here while we work on the barrel and the gas pistons and all that stuff. Okay. This is where things get a little tricky. Gotta look on the computer here, bring up the diagram. Okay. seal right here goes on the end of the bolt. CO2 release when you push the bolt and pellet up into the chamber. Found this check spring for the check valve. The spring is in this little tiny hole right there. There's the red dot you see to push the switch in. Here's the spring is in that little tiny hole there where the check valve goes. You can spot that until I'm taking it apart. Now let's see if I can get this all together here. I don't have any grease. Pin goes through the piston hole on the front, and then where the square one went in the back.